How much would you need to make to afford rent that is $1,950? What's up, guys? It's your Budget Patty back again with another video. And be sure to click the link in my bio to get digital financial planners, personal budget plans made by me, credit repair templates, work from home job leads, and if you're serious about budgeting, I have a 12-week budget bootcamp that'll set you straight with your credit, finances, and more. Now let's get into the video. So we already know the rent is $1,950. First, let's dive into the qualification standards. So an apartment will require you to make anywhere from 2 times, 2.5 times, to 3 times the rent amount to make sure that you qualify for an apartment there. If they require you to make 2 times the rent, you need to take the rent amount, multiply that by 2. That means you need to make at least $3,900 per month. 2.5 times the rent, you need to make at least $4,875 per month. And 3 times the rent, you need to make at least $5,850 a month. Now let's dive into the hourly wage you will need to make. And I'm going to break it down based off if they require you to make 2 times, 2.5 times, or 3 times the rent amount. So at 2 times the rent, you had to make at least $3,900. 2.5 times the rent was $4,875, and 3 times the rent was $5,850. In order to find the hourly wage, we're basing this on 40 hours per week, which accumulates to about 4.33 weeks per month, which comes down to about 173 hours per month. So you would take the number for the qualification standards and divide that by 173. If they're required to make 2 times the rent, you need to make at least $22.54 an hour. 2.5 times the rent, $28.17 per hour, and 3 times the rent, $33.81 per hour. Experts say that your rent should be no more than 30% of your total monthly income. So if you had a rent for $1,950, in order to be at 30%, that means you need to make $6,500 per month. If you divide that $6,500 by 173 hours, that comes out to about $37.57 per hour. So to answer the question, in order for you to be able to afford a rent for $1,950, you need to be making anywhere between $22 to $38 per hour, depending on the income rules for that apartment complex. I hope this video helps, and be sure to follow me for more.